Baby, I run to it like you owe me, bring it back. No, it ain't my birthday, but come and make it clap. Oh, let's do it, I'm on tap. And she gon' throw this whack. Shake it, work it, twerk it, come and do it for a man. You just got your head in, I ain't tryna take the piss, but you gon' need some shtick. Goddess like Alexa Bliss. Baby, I'ma need that kiss. And she gon' take this, and she gon' take this pic. Baby, I'm all on your hips like Bennett.
Like some of them scenes, I'm like, yo, am I actually watching, like, looking at porn here? But shout out to her, shout out to Euphoria. Hopefully there'll be some more context when people actually watch the show. I'm not gonna watch it for stars because I've just never really been into that. I prefer like a little less angsty, just a little less. Like I said, Skins was like a nice balance between, you know, teen angst and talking about teen angsty things, but also like kind of keeping in track with just like what's going on. That, I don't know, it just turned into Ozark all of a sudden. Breaking Bad, like I said, they're drug mules and doing all sorts of stuff and OnlyFans and all this extra. I'm just like, alright, man. Like, alright. But everybody loves a bit of edginess. And edging, apparently, too. Jesus. What is this? I want to see what this is. I used to have a fascination when I was younger with Beyblades that like, I don't know, in my head I really convinced myself that they worked when they were younger. I used to really want the arena. I think somebody had them one time, so I ended up going to someone's house. So I've definitely had a Beyblade. And I remember, like, there was one night we was at a party and then we ended up, like, using the, I think we made a fake version of it, but, like, we ended up using it. And actually, that was the funniest night ever, man. When you're a kid, your imagination will make you really, like, have a lot of fun with things that just, like, aren't necessarily that effing fun. You know what I'm saying? So I seen this and I was like, alright, cool. I'm not gonna watch it. I want to watch it on the stream and see what's going on here. Because if this looks lively, then I want to partake in that. Fight me about it. Ladies and gentlemen, be safe. So hold on, wait. What was going on here? Industrial strength Beyblades that literally burst into flames when they spin. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's the friction, all that type of stuff. Are they actual Beyblades that he's making, or are these just like things that he's turned into that? Like, bro, what kind of... I'm telling you, that's a man behind there. That's definitely a man that's doing this. Because at what point do you start using power tools and doing all this? Like, what even is this fucking gear? Like, what is this? Do you know in a video game where you gotta turn the gear crank to lift up some bridge or something? Like, that's what it looks like. You gotta go find the crank and put it inside some system that just, you know, happens to have a spare part missing. That's somewhere 3 flipping hours across the map. Look at this. Health and safety is out the window. Out the window. But that's what we love though, isn't it? Nah, cuz, what in the... Nah, man. What in the health and safety am I even looking at? Who said these are even Beyblades at this point? This brother's just bugging out here. Is this even real? Like, them colours and that. Like, that's not a good... man. Health and safety hazard. How does it just turn into an anime intro immediately? You see the little sparks though, so maybe, yeah, because obviously you put the thing on the... Wow, yeah, bugging out. And then it shows me as a man, like, look how fascinated I am by this. Look how fascinated I am by these industrial Beyblades. Why is one so much bigger than the other? That's also a question. If that one doesn't win, this is why Beyblades don't even make no sense. Now, what about these are Beyblades? There's no blades. Also, how does like spinning in physics work? So how are they able to spin for that long? Like, I know once you get enough rotation and stuff within certain things, that like, you know, whatever, but like velocity and stuff. But yeah, that's too much physics for me, man. Do you know where I draw the line at physics? Do you know when the light's off and you try and plug something in and you know where the plug is, but then it just doesn't go in? Like, you gotta be moving it like 4 times and like trying to. That's where I lose my shit with physics, man. Like, physics don't even make sense all of a sudden. Like, I know where this thing is, bro. Fight me about it. I know where it is. I know where it is. I know where it is. And somehow my thing's just not working like that. Like, no, stop bugging out with me, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the fire was kind of unnecessary. Maybe for viewing purposes it was, because maybe I would have got bored around the minute mark if there was absolutely no fire here. But like, yo. Ladies and gentlemen, do not try this one at home, boy. I just wanted to see what that was, but what's the better music that they got playing here? Yeah, that's a whole lot going on for me as well. I said sauce, you know, like that. This is what I'm saying, like, what the where is it? That's what I'm saying. Look at that. Chat, like, that's what they look like. The spin tops, you know. Man's got this thing cooking off in a I don't even know what, in some industrial environment. It's like he's doing it in the back of his garage, like crazy work. Yeah, all that type of vibe. That fire was, nah. Man said, when he said flames, I was like, alright, cool, it's gonna do a little something. Why do I keep closing this thing? When I see flames, I think, yeah, it's gonna do a little something. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Alright, cool. To wrap this up as well, I'm gonna get into my last little thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen this, and for the longest time, right? If you know me, you know I love my little anime and that. And if you know me, you know the first anime that I ever watched was Naruto. Properly. Probably not literally, because I watched Pokemon and stuff like that. But in terms of like, I actually sat down and registered, okay, this is a different style of, you know, a different style of storytelling. Yeah. And one thing I've always said about Naruto is I just hate the way that, like, I just felt like, obviously it's always been super powered and supernatural, but I just felt like it took a time for the worse after a certain stage in Shippuden, man. Like, bro, when I see Kakashi's, like, the eyes, man. Someone said it. When the eyes got introduced, man, everything just started going a bit haywire. Man, we're flying all of a sudden. I'll never forget that. I've talked about it before. I'll never forget the moment where Kakashi slapped a man's eye out mid-battle and took it and put it in his face. Like, and put it in and made it his eye. Like, one thing I always loved about Naruto was kind of like, not realism. Like, realism is probably the wrong word to use, but I felt like there was always an element of like tacticalness that I'd always noted from when I was a kid. That's like, it felt a lot more tactical. So even when you're watching anime sometimes, you know, when they have the fight scenes and it's like, the fight scenes, they like mid-fight scene and a man's explaining something for a good 5 minutes that he's about to do. Like, I felt like it was a lot easier for me to get on with while watching Naruto, because it felt like it had more of a place there, in the sense of where, you know, it was like the tactical side of things, like, you know, especially with the hand seals, having to do all that. I used to try and do that. There's one brother in school that used to be able to do it, man. used to do it randomly sometimes. Like, I Jerome, do that, man. Get me, you just hit that. I used to try, so Katung! Yeah, I wish. Never quite got it though. It just always became that throwing up gang signs and stuff. But yeah, I always felt like there was an element to it, man. And imagine I'm talking from my brain and it literally says it here. Naruto's pretty cool until the eye powers became invincible and alien showed up in the anime. Like, you know, one, it shows my brain's not working, but also two, like, yo, there was a point where it's just like, yo, family, like, what are we doing here? Like, what is we actually doing here? Like, a whole bunch of wild work and a whole bunch of wild stuff. Like, long gone were the days of this. Like, I remember this. And this face always creeped me the hell out. Orochimaru was the guy when I was like, yo, this nigga creepy.
You're no longer human. You're a demon.
Bro, the music and the feel of when that third Hokage died or whatever. Oh my lord. Was it the third? I think it was the third. Different type of vibes, fam. Look at these fights. Different type of vibes. It looks so good. So in my head, I had it at the animation that kind of crazy. Like when you rewatch it. Bleach is another one that looks crazy. When you rewatch the first few episodes of Bleach, oh my lord, that looks rough. Oh my lord. My boy was on. Like, put it this way, the best way I can describe it without going through all the fights is like there was this time in Naruto where I felt like them little kunai were mad dangerous. Like they just felt mad dangerous, and it's just like they become so obsolete as you get like whatever. But it's like that was the point, like the scale, the threat, everything just felt like not grounded, but to a level where it was just a lot more like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? This thing kind of slaps though. And then when man started flying and doing all like that's like, bro, no one in Naruto should be flying, man. It just shouldn't happen. What did they do to you? What happened? I'm saying the best example. It's getting cracking right about now, so you know. Even that, like, they're concealed weapons and creepy stuff popping out of nowhere. Do you know what I'm saying? It was a lot more like, you know what you're gonna quite get, but nothing that was too crazy. I know this is Boruto, but like this fight scene always like. To be fair, the animation. I'm not a hater, but like when I started seeing all this man flying around and carrying, and look at all like. It was only ever gonna go this way anyway. To be fair, to a point, but like, yeah. And also Sasuke and Naruto becoming friends after all that. Like, what in the power of friendship? Like, bro, you know what, Sasuke, I would have knocked that boy's head off as soon as I got the chance, man. What we I don't care. Maybe not killed him, but me and him would have to go to, 30 seconds in the back garden thing. And I know they did that, but like, nah, man, we gotta go like a real 30 seconds in the back garden thing, man. Like, what's this? Nah, man, are just friends, and he's just the edgy friend. Like, brother, you became a terror. You became a full-blown terrorist. This man was a literal terrorist within the anime, like within the Naruto world. A full-blown terrorist. Like, there's no other word to describe what he was on. Terrorism. This nigga was running up everywhere, trying to kill everybody, bro. Nigga ran in this I have my complaints about Shippuden, but him running up in that Kage summit, that's why I love that as well. He tried to run up in there. It didn't even work, but he did enough. My boy did enough. Ran up in there, got it cracking. Took a man's arm. I don't think he really accomplished nothing other than just showing niggas, yo, this is what type of time I'm on. My boy's a full-blown terrorist out there causing all type of havoc, and now they... Man, we're friends again? Animation is like, oh, animation is great, though. I give it that. I swear Naruto only knows about like 5 jutsus up until this point as well. Still, like this. Like, bro, expand your repertoire, man. Every 5 seconds, just go into beast mode, bro. Like, do you know how much jutsus I know Kakashi knows, bro? Stop playing with him. Here we go, Mr. Edgy. Here we go. Also, look at this, not a hand seal. How did they get here? Maybe they skipped the scene, but how did they get here? One that I ain't seen a hand seal yet. Powers and vibes. Fuck you smiling. You're terrible. What are you smiling for? You should be in jail, in handcuffs, man. In jail. For a long time. Here we go, little scroll. Here we go. Here we go, the one hand till my boy knows. This is stuff going on. There's Princess of One. No hand still, no nothing. Just dash him. I think, go on, give me hand still. No. No, none. Right hooks and right. I love my baby. I love my baby Naruto, bro. I do love my baby Naruto, but like, yeah, one day I'm gonna do a full breed out of that type of stuff because that stuff here had me really sad, man. I used to love that. I don't mind like a anime where it's got all flying and all sorts of stuff, but it's got to start with that. That's why I kind of, again, My Hero gets a lot of stick, but I do like My Hero because I feel like it's stuck within the realms of what it does now. Yeah, the one for all and all that, all about, all for one for all that type of stuff. It doesn't get a bit like convoluted, but like it's cool. No one does start doing stuff halfway through the season that don't make no sense. Maybe apart from my man himself. But everyone's power scales, they felt kind of power scaly. Maybe alright, outside of the two main people, because that other guy, what's his name, Shiraki or whatever his name is, that dude was doing way too much. But like, you know, one of my favorite scenes is that scene with the bunny, man. That bunny where she goes and she has to fight all the Nomu in there. Oh man, that scene, yeah, I love a bit of that. Love a bit of that. Yeah, getting it cracking, all within the realms of Wagwan. Not a man just flying out of nowhere and doing all sorts of stupidness. You know what I'm saying? I miss my Naruto, man. I miss my baby. Yeah, I miss my baby. And my baby needs to come back immediately. But also, shout out Naruto, man. I love it. Maybe I will rewatch it again at some point. I will. I need to do it all the way through. No filler, but just like 300 episodes. The older and stuff that you get, the more it becomes like, raw. That's a whole time investment. Which is why I will never be watching One Piece up until episode 1,000. Like, never. Ever. It's not going to happen. Every chance I get to slander One Piece, I'm taking it. I'm slandering it at every single opportunity, every chance, every time.
Baby, I run to it like you owe me, bring it back. No, it ain't my birthday, but come and make it clap. Oh, let's do it, I'm on tap. And she gon' throw this whack. Shake it, work it, twerk it, come and do it for a man. You just got your head in, I ain't tryna take the piss. But you gon' need some shtick, goddess like Alexa Bliss. Baby, I'ma need that kiss. And she gon' take this, and she gon' take this pic. Baby, I'm all on your hips. Like Bennett.